So you may have noticed this sticker on the air cleaner on this Slant Six engine that's in this Plymouth Valiant. This is a 68 Plymouth Valiant. Very similar to a 67 and a 69. You may have seen that sticker, you may wonder, what is that? Is he just trying to pull something funny? What the heck's a Super 225? Is that a Super 6? What is that? What is that? Where'd that sticker come from? What the heck's going on? Explain it to us. Well, I will. Okay, so what this is, this sticker that says Super 225 on here is a source of some confusion for people that are more familiar with the later Super 6 Slant 6 engines that became available in the mid to late 70s in things like Aspens and Valaris most of the time. And so here's the skinny on this. Here's what the deal is with this. Back when this car was built, the standard engine in a not just a 68 Valiant, but from probably 63 on up through the 69 model year, the standard engine in these cars was this 170 cubic inch Slant 6 engine, and the 225 Slant 6 version, the larger version, was optional. So wisely, Mopar decided to promote the fact that you were getting a larger engine, more powerful engine, so to speak. So that's why they came up with these stickers that say Super 225. All these mean is, it just means that it's got a 225 cubic inch. It has a larger Slant 6 engine. That's all it needs. It doesn't mean it has a 2-barrel carburetor or anything of the sort, or high performance or anything. You see that one obviously has a 1-barrel like it did from the factory. So that's what that means. If you see that, you don't really see these stickers very often anymore because people tend to have yank it out a phobia when it comes to a 6-cylinder. Not so much in a Valiant, but if this was like a Swinger or something like that, you know, pull it out. So anyway, I've kept this one pretty much original. I've just kind of restored it cosmetically. But that's what that means. That just is just an indicator that you got a larger Slant 6. So you open the hood up on one of these back then and you'd be enthusiastic and amazed, and you feel better about yourself because you'd spent the extra $50 or whatever it was getting a larger Slant 6 engine in it. So anyway, now in the spirit of full disclosure, this is not the original engine in this car. It originally had a 170 and it would not have had that air cleaner on it. But something happened to the 170. It's long gone. So this is a 225. I verified that. You can look on the pad down there. You can't really see it now, but got a bunch of gunk on it. But that pad that you see behind the coil wire there, it actually says 225 on it. But the version of this that everybody remembers so much is the later version that came out about 76 or 77 in the Aspens and the Valaris, and that was just when they took a standard old Slant 6 and slapped a 2-barrel carburetor on it and gave you another 10 horsepower, which you never notice that, but they called that a Super 6, promoted it with air cleaner and a sticker on and all that. And so now something Uncle Tony may not have ever told you is that trucks and vans from then onward also could have a 2-barrel on them, but they didn't call them a Super 6. The air cleaners were just plain black on those. They didn't promote it in the literature, anything like that. But that 83 Dodge Ram I had, the round one, it had a 2-barrel, but it just had a plain old black air cleaner. So I guess you guys don't get the ego boost that the other people did when they saw the air cleaner. So those Super 6s are pretty much in demand these days. I had one and sold it easily for decent money. The other thing I was going to tell you a little bit of trivia is back in the 60s, there actually was a 2-barrel version of a Slant 6, but not here in this country. You only had 1-barrels because now that was now early in the '60s. I think they had what's called a hyper pack, but that was a 4 barrel. But the export Slant Sixes could have a 2 barrel on them. People in other countries seem like they always ever got the better versions of cars and engines and everything. They got diesels, they got all kinds of neat stuff, and in our countries, doggone it, it's been so dumbed down over the years. I don't know what it is. If they thought people wouldn't buy stuff that was too, that had, I say that had to be it. They figured that people are so copycat in this country of each other that if there was something too extremely unusual, you know, like a club cab truck or something, a diesel or something like that, the people just wouldn't buy it. I don't know. I guess they figured there was not the market for a 2 barrel Slant Six back then in the '60s. So we never got that. We were stuck with this 1 barrel version of a Slant Six, and that was it. Whatever the lowest horsepower version of any engine that they sold globally, we got it. You can bet your behind on that. So anyway, I want to explain that to you. So people, if you ever saw this sticker, you didn't think that I was just coming up with something. I think the one on a Dodge version would be called a Charger 225. And boy, oh boy, if you think that wouldn't confuse people, I can hear them now. Charger? What's that, Alva Charger? You going to Charger? It must be Alva Dodge Charger. No, 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 and no. Does not mean that. So, anyway, here's why you got the stickers on these. And like I said, you never really see these stickers very often. People really don't know they were supposed to ever be on there. They get old and they peel off or whatever. So, okay, well, lower the hood back on this thing. It's a good old car. Hadn't had to do a thing to it. And yes, everybody used to have one. Yes, they were good cars. Yes, they were reliable. Yes, they were indestructible. Yes, 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 and yes. The answer is yes. So, there you go. Bye, Plymouth.